Hello and welcome to Poetry in the Afternoon. My name is Rebecca.
And my name is Sarah. Thanks for joining us today.
We are going to introduce a poem by Helen Hoyt. It was written in 1915 and it is entitled Annunciation. It's from Poems of Life and Death. Sarah knows a little bit about Helen Hoyt, and I understand we had to look close.
We did. There isn't much known about her, although she was an extraordinarily prolific poet. She was born in 1887 and lived to a very ripe old age, and during that time she produced enormous numbers of poems. And married to another poet herself, she was a woman who used poetry as a mechanism for expressing womanhood during a time where women didn't have much of a voice. So we are so excited to share this poem with you.
And poet.
And poet.
And is there a quote that you found?
I have to share this with you because I think it typifies what her personal mission in life was regarding poetry. And it reads, "At present, most of what we know or think we know of women has been found out by men. We have yet to hear what women will tell of herself. And where can she tell more intimately than in poetry?" And you see in this poem that we're about to recite to you how very much that passion and desire to communicate as a woman is showcased.
Shall we begin?
I'm looking forward to it.
Annunciation, Helen Hoyt, 1915. Life, the great life, came unto me, he of old ages, the eternal, the owner of all, came, and his word was for me, calling my name, and the radiance of his presence shone about me. With leaping heart I heard his voice, and the entering of his steps over my threshold, heard and was not troubled, because it was known to me for a long time what answer I should make to life.
With outstretched, quiet hands, with unreluctant face, I stood before him and let my eyes look into the eyes of life. And I gave and delivered up to life myself, utterly yielding me as one yields and delivers to another, a dumb vessel. Mighty and splendid is the presence of life. By a far road he comes and travels a great way before and sways the world. I trembled to be near his glory, but with unbowing head and proud heart, knowing my service that I should perform to the honoring of life, and in his dignity I was exalted.
Now for a term I am not my own, but life is my master, and I dwell under his commandment, beneath the fostering of his wings, wrapped in the mantle of life, patient. By ways apart I go, bearing in my flesh his sign that I am one of his chosen, the instrument of his purpose, the way of his will.
Slowly, day follows day, laying its hands upon me with invisible touch, molding my flesh, and I tarry, waiting upon life, until the use he proposes for me shall be accomplished.
And his intent be fulfilled, until the wonder is wrought upon me that now possesses my days.
Wow, I get chills.
Well, it's interesting because she uses the gender of male. It would be interesting to see if she would revise that in today's term to have a feminine gender.
I believe, one would actually be really well served
Yes.
to read it again and change the pronouns. But that's for another day. However,
And that's for you.
she is extolling us and encouraging us to embrace life, to, with a head unbowed, to exalt in it.
And embrace and accept, because there's a part that she allows fate to enter in to the conversation. So,
She must have been an extraordinary woman to know.
well, we do know her through her poetry.
And isn't that what she says our role can be, is to express ourselves and to share who we are with others through the work of poetry.
And that is a wonderful place to end this conversation. Thanks for joining Sarah and me in nature in a summer afternoon, reading the poem by Helen Hoyt.
Welcome to Poetry in the Afternoon, and join us again for the next excellent poem.